drawn out, very sweaty. But eventually, Quakefoot managed to throw together a beastly Medusa, and they took it home. And now it's Alliance with their backs against the wall. They need a win here to take it to a game number 3. We'll see if they can do it.
All right, well, we'll introduce our two teams to start things off. Leading 1-0 on the Radiant side, Team Tinker going to be running the Centaur for Arise, or currently named Jason. In the offlane, middle lane is going to be Sing Sing on a Meepo pick. In the bottom lane, Bulba going to be on the Ogre Magi, Wisp or Io being played by Way2, and Quakefoot going to be playing a safe lane farming Storm Spirit.
On your dire side, we got the Alliance boys here leading out this charge. It looks like my nuts on the Sand King could potentially scout out Arise here. This is a full man move here. Loda on this Terrorblade right behind will be able to scout him out. He's going to quickly level the Q. He does. Oh, he quick levels the Q but doesn't get it. Now has to walk away. AK right in front of him playing Vengeful. Potato.
Bit awkward.
AK. Yeah, it was very awkward.
My nuts had boots too. He could have broke it. He could have closed the gap with his boots because Arise did not have boots on his Centaur. But Loda, I think Loda thought he had the range to get a reflection off.
They're arguing, I think. Or so. I don't want to get too deep, but they're definitely not happy with how that went. Sand King went up to the north a bit near the secret shop, and he was just out of range. He got
body blocked a bit there by Loda, so maybe slight miscommunication, but. Not the end of the world, but a first blood early on for any of these series is just fantastic.
Begins.
So, with that, Ake on the Vengeful. If you didn't know and you're just tuning in, Potato is EGM, formerly of Team Tinker, now back with his old friends on Alliance playing the newly setted Juggernaut. And of course, that leaves their recent stand-in because Pycat is not going to be here for this first series. It's going to be Nikwa playing the mid lane puck.
Alrighty, well, we'll see. Straight into the jungle for your Juggernaut. He's going to block off the big camp and prevent any kind of stacks happening there for Wisp. But Wisp is bottom lane. If he wants, he can sack the other big camp. So this is actually not as big of a ward as it may seem right away. So does work well against the Meepo because Meepo will stack this himself. If not, Meepo, one of the fastest jungle farmers you can kind of have. So it's still a good ward nonetheless. But as far as Wisp is concerned, there's other camps he can be stacking and pulling.
Now Bulba and EGM meet once again for 2 straight games. They will have their tussle. He'll zone him back. Hey, good buddy. I'm just gonna, make sure you don't get anything in this lane.
Oh, draws the range creep. That wasn't meant to happen. Small little thing, but this pushes out the lane a little bit. So there we go. Bulba back to just keeping EGM away.
On the other side for Jason or Arise on his Centaur, he went with the Stout Shield build, not boots early on, but still feels pretty confident that he can soak up whatever damage. They do have dual stuns here, so with the appropriate amount of lockdown and he overextends himself, he was thinking about dancing over there, but he could still be in big trouble. So definitely has to be a bit cautious of that until he does get those boots. It'd be a little bit easier to get away.
Bottles coming out. Sing Sing has his, as does the Io for Tinker. Way2 going for a bottle rush with, I think, Bulba buying the wards as well as Courier for the team, so they're going to be looking to control all the runes here. Sing Sing can take top runes, the Wisp can take the bottom runes. Although getting the bottom runes against the Jug, not easy, because Jug has boots and he can just sit there, use the Blade Fury and try and take the runes himself, but hey, that's where they come in and look to zone him out. At this point though, Wisp getting runes is not that high impact. Like even a DD rune like this, he's not going to use this to... He's not going to be able to use this to make much happen. At least it doesn't feel like it. He could just go ahead and prove me wrong, but...
So your 2-minute rune spawns, nothing really comes out of it. Just rest there at the top lane. Alliance want to be able to secure that one. They'll kind of head on back. And CS, as far as mid lane goes, Sing Sing's off to an 8-0 start against Puck's 10, now 11-5. So using that null and getting those last hits in, but now the poof's coming through. Sing Sing has that companion second Meepo to work with now. We'll see what he can look to bounce on back as far as farm goes. And now I see Way2. That ward will come into play here. He's going to be like,
he'll scout out now. He may actually, he's going to get to this big camp in time to stack it, it looks like, so it actually doesn't hurt him too much.
The other reason now that I'm thinking about it, that potentially he wanted to make sure he blocked out that camp, is there is that trick with Wisp that you can pull to the mid lane and draw in that troll. If you get that troll, you can kind of draw the lingering auto attack towards the lane full, and I have done it myself a couple of times, and it could definitely be devastating to the opposing mid laner.
So triple stack here, waiting for either the Meepo or the Storm Spirit. Maybe more likely the Meepo to help him snowball. Storm's going to get free farm in the safe lane regardless. 22 CS with 14 denies. This EGM again getting the deny treatment. Last game it was Sing Sing on the Ember Spirit. This time around it's the Storm Spirit and Quakefoot just piling in denies.
The GM's familiar with this. Last game on his Void, he had a rough start. eventually just kind of was persistent, waited about. Alliance got a lot done elsewhere. Top lane, they are getting more done. They're making it go into Rise. 1 stun, 2 stun. Did they have the burst? Not yet. They're trying to avoid out the stomp. They fake once, they fake twice. 3 times it does catch, but by then, he's eating so much damn damage. Loda wants it. Oh, was he prepping the attack there and canceled it? It looked like it.
I think it partially canceled, but maybe partially got fogged there, but 7 HP.
So close.
Ooh, that... I'm sure there was some Stout Shield procs in there helping keep him alive. So we will see 4 mate runes come out. Puck gets the top one, and it looks like Wisp's going to get the bottom one. Could leave for the Meepo, but Sing Sing's pretty healthy in the mid lane. Yeah. No first blood, though. That would have been an important first blood to get, especially if Loda can get the last hit. He needs to kind of keep up and farm with a Meepo who's going to have a lot of jungle stacks for him. And speaking of Meepo, maybe a gank coming his way.
We'll see here. They'll have to rotate it behind. Nice smoke play with double stuns. If he gets caught, he's dead for sure, and I think he's going to get caught. Here we go. He's waiting out. The Burrow Strike wants to get one lick in with the auto attack, and now Sing will go down. Your first blood going to be drawn. Arise does the rotation. Not going to get there in time to help out, but I was going to say maybe he'll plant himself in the mid lane to soak in some XP, but no, he's got to take that trot of shame back to the top lane.
Yeah. He got a lot more out of the offlane than the Jug. He was level 3 when Jug's still level 1. Jug only just now hitting level 2. And Tinker putting a lot of emphasis in zoning out the offlane. And last game I feel like Tinker won the game ultimately, but I feel like the work they put in zoning out EGM definitely did not pay off because EGM found space to farm and ended up getting a lot more than the Tidehunter did. So we'll see if the similar thing happens this game, or maybe, I mean, I feel like Jug is much less of a catch-up hero though. He wants to gank as early as possible. If you're playing catch-up on a Jug, you're not really getting all you can out of this hero.
Yeah, and even then, even with just like level 1 Omni, it's very, very little. So you have to make sure you make it count. It's such an unpredictable ultimate as it is. You have to make sure that you can make the most out of it. Looks like he's going to have to make work in the jungle.
He's so farm because he got the first blood too, so he's going to have like an 8-9 minute blink dagger if he goes pure jungle, and I think that may be the case here. He's not going to get the solo XP as EGM's like, guys, I'm really screwed in this offlane. I need something. So he'll take some of this, and this is the time where you rotate your Meepo into the jungle and give the mid lane to an under-leveled support. It's going to be the Wisp taking the mid lane XP, and the Meepo getting runes and poof farming this the jungle camps.
Yeah, and also Koikva's still got everything he could want in this bottom lane, so we'll see if he wants to. Unlike last game when he just had to wait until he got to his critical match, this game he might be able to get online a lot quicker. You can see the storm is going to go off the rails sooner than later, especially with the farm he's already getting.
Yep. One last poof will finish off the neutrals here. Level 7 on your Meepo. 1,500 gold. Normally it's just an Ags Rush. You can, some players will go for a blink along the way, but I feel like Meepo very squishy against this kind of a lineup. Sanking, Puck, the Venge to amplify any physical damage with the Wave of Terror. This is not an easy Meepo game by any means, so I think this may just be like a Treads Ags Rush type game.
And plus you have this Terrorblade on the other side, so things have shifted a bit as far as play style. Last game it was Tinker who wanted to create the space, get their core farmed up, and I think it's going to be like same game plan, but this time for Alliance. They have a nice set of bodyguards here. They might try to make another go onto Arise. They have the 1 stun. My Nuts gets the 2nd stun. Do they have the damage now? Loda certainly does. Holy moly. Not going to get so lucky this time, Arise. They do take him down. 2-0 for Alliance.
Yeah, nice kill. They could open things up for the tower pressure as well. I think Center, all in all, is not, like, obviously he doesn't want to die there, but I feel like he's doing really well in this offlane. He's level 5 already, has 13 CS, has Tranquil Boots. I feel like he's done really well in the offlane. Even at this point, still right now, I think things are looking really good for the Centaur, even with that death. So, would love to keep this tower alive a bit longer, but this is just the nature of Terrorblade. Unless you're rotating in like your mid-hero or another support, you just can't defend this kind of 7-8 minute push from a Terrorblade Vayne.
They're going to grab this tower, no problem.
Mid lane, Puck. Oh, DD Rune will get a solo kill onto the Meepo. Nikwa. That is the rune you want for those mid-solo kills.
Very, very strong start coming up from Alliance, taking 2 of the 3 lanes. Mid and top, bottom. Still going for Tinker as Koikva's been getting all the room he could ask for. Now they're adding their own pressure on the tier 1. Bulba had been committed to planting himself in this lane and continually zoning out EGM. They didn't want to rotate anyone towards that top and help out the Arise Sentinel. So now they'll just try to make a trade happen. It looks like they will be able to get it. No real contention as they'll walk away with it. The line's still up and ahead here with those 3 kills now, and I don't think they're going to stop. They already have Ake here scouting out the mid lane. Could make another
The
go.
worry mostly is the Meepo dying. I mean, he's still farming really well. He's not being shut down early. The tier 1 top tower being taken. Jason dying once on the center is not a big issue because the lane pushed out so far that he's almost level 6 now. He's got a lot of farm still, so I still think Centaur's doing really nicely. It's just, yeah, the Meepo who can't be giving away too many kills here, especially solo kills. That gets Puck up to like level 9.5 now. Treads and 1600 gold for Nikwa. He's ridiculously farmed on Puck.
Way2 just loves to go so deep to plant these kind of wards. He did it last game on AA, and it just doesn't stop this game. He goes so in there just to make sure they have that bit of extra vision behind. They want to be able to see that if they make a jump on him, the rotations are going to come, I suppose, but you can see EGM making his return. You ping him out here. We'll see. They know he's alone.
Stampede online now with Centaur, getting that in the middle lane, and we'll see what the plan's going to be. Storm is looking to head back to base, give the lane to the Ogre to maybe get his level 6, and we could see Storm TP somewhere like mid, maybe even bottom lane. Like, killing the Jugs may be the easier kill if you can chain stun it with a Vortex into Fire Blast. But he's definitely thinking this is a time he goes for a kill and then finishes off his Orchid after finding like 1 pickoff if possible. Finding that pickoff though is hard, because Puck is not an easy kill mid.
Pops up, it's a regen, going to be immediately denied there from Ake before Sink can kind of waltz over and grab it. That leaves the bounty at the top, which looks like it's going to be grabbed up here.
Sanking his Blink, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's a really nicely timed Blink. He's going to put to use right there. And goes Epi right after. Oh, and Koikva gets silenced. Oh, boy. Big grab for Alliance right there. Beautifully set up from my nuts.
That was good awareness too that the Puck could get there in time. Puck didn't have Blink, but he just orbed in. Didn't even wait for the orb to do damage. If he waited for the orb to do damage to the Storm, he would not have hit that silence. So good execution from Alliance to get that gank. Not an easy kill there on the Storm. And that's right as he left that bottom lane. He was free farming away, leaves the lane for a gank and just dies. Doesn't get anything. As Alliance now get their 4th kill, uncontested of the game.
Really have shaken off game number 1. Coming out so strong. Maybe adapting to a play style they're more comfortable with or something. They have definitely found their groove for now. And look at this, even Ake scouting out Sing right here. They could make another big jump in. The first stun going to connect. Sing in trouble here. Orb connects. That's all she wrote. Sing goes down, and Alliance continue their tear here. 5-0. And Loda also continues to farm it on up. 83 and 29 CS for him. He's a top net worth and already pressing the tier 2 tower. This game might not go nearly as long at the pace it's going at right now.
And Tinker were just going for a kill bottom lane, and it's just a Blade Fury TP out. Easy escape for EGM's Juggernaut. And Terrorblade farming fantastically well. Has Treads Yasha. Whenever they want to, I feel like they can just take Roshan. Especially if they get something like, if they spot a DD rune and can keep it for Loda, that's guaranteed Roshan in no time at all. I guess he has to have the Metamorph up, which is going to be important.
Trying to make a jump, but it was an illusion. They waste.
Oh, is that
jump in and the Stampede? Yeah, they make a go, but it was just a little Terrorblade illusion left in the lane.
That's worrisome. They need to be using stuff like the Stampede now.
So, frustration probably building up a bit here for Team Tinker as they've been picked time after time, and now with something like that, they really need to stay headstrong in a game like this. They're already up 1 game. They only need 1 more to kind of move on to the next round. And Alliance putting up one hell of a fight in this one. Sing continues to farm it on home. He's 1 component away from that Agnems.
Yeah. And for Meepo, playing like a more defensive farm-oriented game is fine, but you don't want to be playing a game where you're under-leveled compared to the Puck, who's a full level and a half ahead of him, as well as under-farm. Like, Meepo can play defensive jungle, not really help out the team kind of Dota, but only if you're top farming and kind of top level in the game, or at least on par with the opposing team's main core hero. But that's just not the case right now for Sing Sing. They're going to go for a kill mid lane. Sing Sing said again, here comes a Blink, Epicenter, Burrow Strike. They're going to make sure they get it using the Epicenter. I think the Burrow Strike alone would have been enough, but hey, why not? A kill onto Sing Sing right now is a huge kill to be getting.
Top tower is
and
under
that's going to prolong his Agnems even further. 0-4 right now for Sing Sing. It has been a struggling game for him. He continues to get caught out and picked apart here in this mid lane. Alliance have great ward coverage in the area. While they do have this one Radiant ward here to scout out, it's just not enough. With Sand King hiding behind and Puck able to just kind of close the distance and initiate so well. Just works out so nicely at this point for Alliance that they don't even need to have Loda involved. The four others, and maybe not even EGM. This has been pretty much the Ake, Sand King Puck show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Loda will get involved when their kills are happening at his lane, but otherwise he's not leaving the jungle / top lane. Jug we haven't really seen leave the bottom lane too much. He does now find himself in the mid lane, but this is just like a lane to farm for him more than anything. So, Dagon Rush possibly coming from Puck. Maybe just a Yules. I feel like, okay, he's got the Null, the Staff of Wizardry, but he's going to have a Yules before the Orchid is maybe even up. He's going to instantly have at least a counter for the Storm Orchid initiation, if that's going to be the build.
Yeah. I see also, reason for a Dagon. I mean, at this early, if you get it that early, someone like a Wisp is not going to be able to survive. And
it's great against Meepo too, because you've just got to burst down the one Meepo. So exactly. I think Dagon on Puck is actually a really nice item against Meepo.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They don't see my nuts. He is scouting out Sing Sing right here.
Oh man, and Puck is back in the mid lane. He's going to blink across. They're going for this kill.
They have coil too.
Yeah.
He just comes out, hey, how's it going? A couple auto attacks for you, 355, and he's down again! Oh my god! Rough game, Koikfa comes through, but he can't seem to get a hold of him. Finally gets a hold of Nikwa here with the Vortex. Can he make it out in time? And he cannot. Bulba rotates in and gets the extra bit of lockdown there with the Fire Blast and take her down. They finally get themselves on the board.
And that ends up being well worth it for Tinker though, just because of the lead that they have. Getting a high value kill on the Puck there gets Koikfa his Orchid, as well as a lot of XP. He's level 11 now, so Meepo in some ways the hero who needs to farm more, but when you're behind, the 1-for-1 trades actually get you more gold, more XP.
Loda has a Manta style on his Terrorblade.
It looks like this is the roast. They've got smoke. Yeah. They've got the Metamorph. I think they're smoking to Roshan with this, and the Healing Ward as well makes this very easy.
Blaze it up. There they go.
It got spotted. The smoke got... EGM wasn't on the high ground. The other two heroes were on the high ground, but...
Way too wards, man.
The thing is, you see that smoke, like half the time you're thinking they may be coming to gank us. Half the time you think, okay, it's roaching. Well, even if you know they're roaching, look how fast this dies. They didn't even need to smoke for this. With Medallion, they just killed this in no time at all. I don't think the smoke was necessary when you look at how fast they killed that off. Better stay still.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they just go right to mid. They pick it out. It's already very low here. Alliance just pick up one after the other here, going down the list of to-do. Tinker. I don't know. They're going to have to consider whatever plan B could be, because their early laning phase did not go at all as they were expecting.
400 damage with the DD root Metamorph, but it looks like time to back off now. Actually, no, they're going for another smoke. And it gets pinged out again. Second smoke in a row under an Observer Ward. Doesn't seem to bother Alliance, so they've still got a massive lead, and this is just going to get them a tier 1 bottom tower. Tinker have to... Thing is, even when Tinker see these smokes, it's not like they can use that information to get an advantage. All that means is they can hug their towers and hide off the map and not get ganked.
Still works out for Alliance. It's keeping them away from the farm and away from the lanes, and they're happy with that. So.
Yep.
Looks like they'll siege out briefly here in the bottom lane, sending my nuts towards the top.
Could get in a good position here with the early TP.
Yeah.
Stay time though, so he can't really get into these trees, which he'd like to be in above the tower. That's the ideal position, but he may just go for a Blink Stun. With this TP from Puck, this looks like a dead Meepo counter gank coming in. Blink Sentinel Stun catches 2 and a relocate. They're going to bring in Koikfa. The turnaround is real. Minot, Sing, and Sandstorm. Nothing to cancel this, but some poof damage will get a second kill for Tinker. Great bait at the top lane. They saw it coming, and we're ready with the relocate, and more importantly, the Sentinel Blink.
Well, on the way back, they do manage to take down that Wisp on his return, but yeah, great bait, beautiful positioning and setup. They waited patiently for that. They saw it, then jump in, stomp. Relocate was just the rain on the parade there for Alliance. Tinker throw together a nice couple of kills for themselves, but still, Cores on Alliance continue to farm it on up, and Tinker managed to throw together another tier 1 tower for themselves.
Yep. Well, small things here, and Meepo, one of those heroes, is he just suddenly will catch up in no time at all. Like with the Accept, he can farm so much of the jungle at once.
Creeps in, once Ake jumps in. Orchid could be there, but so's Potato. Still with Omni Slash. It's only level 1. but yeah, Aka gets caught out there from Arise. Now it's going to be the spin out here.
They're going for this.
And the jump comes shortly thereafter. I don't think you're getting away, EGM. And he will get bursted down.
Wow.
Quakefa grabs another kill. Meanwhile, up and above, they're making it go on Bulba here. My Nuts leads up with the Burrow Strike. Here comes the orb. It's a little too far, but they do catch the coil onto him. They're committing for the big boy. Can they bring him down? They certainly can.
Dyer's
Could be
middle
Sand
tower
King who
is
does
under
grab that
attack.
kill with the Sandstorm. But here comes Quakefa from afar and can't get a hold of Puck before he blinks away. Or can he? Jumps again.
Oh, he's got the regen. Like, this is not cost-effective mana usage for the regen room. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
It looked like he was doing crazy things, but not the case.
Loda has that first ultimate orb, so looks like he's going right for the Scotty. This is fantastic timing of farm for
Dyer's top
Terrorblade.
tower is under attack.
Well, Sing Sing now boots to travel. He's just looking to play the late game, have that mobility around the map. It's probably much less so for the ganking, but more the mobility where you can kind of farm pretty aggressively on the other side of the map. All your meepos get that boots to travel effect, and well, we'll see what Tinker can do with this. They've got a lot of global presence between relocate, boots of travel, and the Storm Spirit for lightning.
They don't know which one though. Oh, they see the one running back. Figuring it might be him here. Quakefa's still toying with the idea, but if he goes now, it might be
He's got an Aegis.
too late.
It's
There's
like
a lot
you
behind.
commit everything and you get an Aegis at most, and then there's like a counter initiation from a Sand King Puck. So
Yeah.
I don't see any way they try and go and load it unless there's every other hero shown on the map and they know 100% he's alone. Then you try and take out the Aegis.
Oh, the other Tinker boys are bottom lane. They jump in. They can't catch Puck with the stun instead. It's going to be them bursting down Sing Sing. Beautifully done. Quakefa though comes in with the relocate zone. The Puck drops and Mikey freezes. Briefly.
Wow.
Black spike, but no, Quakefa gets a double in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Quakefa continuing to get lots out of these fights. He's just reached this timing where this Orchid and having the Wisp to kind of sustain his mana. He's always finding these kind of high impact runes as well. Alliance are struggling to do with the Storm Spirit. They haven't got, I mean, they've got the Blink Puck Silence and the Burrow Strike. Normally that would kind of be enough, but it just doesn't feel like it so much this game. Tier 2 mid tower, is it going to get denied? They want to kill off the illusions, and they do. This will secure the deny, so
My game is
good play from Tinker to get that denied.
Has been denied.
a bit of slideshow Dota here. Hopefully this fixes itself. Okay, all right, we're back underway. But yeah, tier 2 will drop here. While it looks like Tinker finding their groove back into this mid game here, finding the kills going from what was a 7-0 lead for Alliance. Now they're back up 7-10. They're still finding a lot of objective takedowns. Terrorblade after all, and he has tremendous farm. Still just very, very scary.
I feel like Meepo's just too far behind. Like, he can farm all he wants. Centaur? Oh, wow, it got very low there. I was like, is there a gank I'm missing now? But, like, Meepo can farm and do catch up all he wants, but late game, there's Burrow Strike for an AoE stun. You've got the AoE silence of the Puck, and just Terrorblade, all his illusions, he can just burst down one Meepo so fast with physical damage combined with the Wave of Terror. I see this being a really rough game for Meepo. I think Meepo may just be more focused on like split pushing and avoiding fights for the most part.
Oh, they're relocating. They want to get hold of my nuts as he blinked out, and they do get a hold of him. Orchid is going to silence him up. Vortex pull back. He goes down, but Loda also finds a kill of his own, taking out Sing Sing. Now they go towards Ake. Got him in the crosshairs here. Stun's going to catch. Going for 2, and now it's on Quakefa. Quakefa will get taken down. A double kill for Loda's Terrorblade. Potentially a triple here as they're going to run down the Ogre. Can they give it to Loda? Oh, they certainly can. Yummy, yummy, it might sound easy. Triple kill for Loda's Terrorblade here. The Terror continues with that Scotty already complete. He already has 2.5k. Holy crap.
Yeah, like having Scotty at the start of that fight, and we're 22 minutes in. Manta Scotty with 2.7k. Probably see Butterfly, unless if he wants to like just be more teamfight centric and go for the BKB, but I think Butterfly, for the sheer amount of push power he's going to have for the illusions, is going to be able to help him break the base here. But
he has
they're going high ground
in 7 seconds. I think they want to make something of it.
Yeah, they've still got ultimates. Like the epicenter especially is a pretty high impact healing ward coming up soon, so they're going. Defending is not easy.
Oh my god, watch this tower drop. They don't have a glyph. Just the illusions are going to be able to get the job done. I think Alliance look to wrap this game up pretty dang quick if they want. Rise, trying to slow them down with that stun, but just look at the illusions already. One Rax drops, then they pull back with that. Very happy.
Yeah, Meepo's doing the only thing you can do, which is farm the enemy jungle, push out the top lane, but your base is slowly being put away. They get the range tracks. Getting the melee's a lot harder. But it's looking like it's still possible with this Metamorph up. Terrorblade may be waiting a bit for the Manta cooldown, so he has that way of getting out of the Storm Orchid. That's kind of the one scare for him, and it looks like Alliance are actually going to play things safe, back off. I mean, at this stage, 23 minutes in, you've got a range tracks, you have a Terrorblade with 4k gold. You're in no rush to end things.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they step back. I'm not sure exactly what the Roche timer is. It looks like my game's glitched. I don't have a timer anymore, but they'll have to wait a bit.
It hasn't shown yet. It's just about to show, so we'll see the little pop up in a second.
I won't be able to get it all sadly. Oh, jump in mid lane. Koikwa trying to get a hold of Weakwa here. Can he get it? Jumps back. Orchid there. Swap out from Ake just to give him that little bit extra boost.
The Sunder just saved him.
And the Sunder. What a player, Loda.
Alright, there we go. 143 to a Roshan, so kind of a mid-range Roshan respawn. That was a nice Sunder from Loda. I'm 90% sure Nikwa was dead there. He did go for the Dagon. He's going for the Yules next, and considering how fantastic he started off, it seemed Dagon was going to be really good, but he has been kind of dealt with a bit by the Storm since going for this, and I feel like they had so much damage in such a good lead. Going for a defensive item would have been okay.
Yeah.
It's still, like, this Meepo just stands no chance against the burst damage that Alliance have right now because of the Dagon as part of that reason.
Oh, long jump from Koikwa going right for my nuts. He already has the dust pop and they take him down. Now, EGM will step back. I don't think I've even seen EGM pull on Omni. It probably happened in a lot of these skirmishes, but no solo Omni pickoffs, at least as of yet here for EGM's Juggernaut. Could have been on reserve, but he's going right for the Agnems after that Mask of Madness, valuing that Omni Slash.
Considering the Alliance's position, it's been a very quiet Juggernaut game, but he's been creating, like, he just distracted the supports again. Like, they put a lot of emphasis on zoning out the offlane, and basically both supports being committed to that in the early game. I guess Wisp was doing some stacking, and I don't know what, I mean, I think it's the right move and all that, but it's still like we're in a position where this Jug is still managed to catch up on farm despite being zoned out early on.
Up and above all of the ones who wanted to zone him back, and here comes Big Daddy Loda with a heart now.
Yeah,
oof,
3k HP.
God.
Yeah, just make things a bit harder for Tinker to take out these illusions. They've got pretty bad illusion clear. Like, the Meepo's good with poof, but that means he has to get in there, and if he tries to poof illusions, he's just instantly dead. So there's not good illusion clear. The center has to blink in for the double edge or stun.
Is that a roast, or is that a mega creep? Because it's dead like that.
Did Roshan like swap places with one of these granite golems or something? I don't know.
I thought they were doing the ancients there, but I guess that was Roche. So they take it down. My timer's back, so I'm happy about that. But Alliance, man, this is their game. They push down bottom. They want to finish what they started with that extra life. It's certainly a lot easier. Loda can just kind of waltz himself in there. Oh no, he actually did have the Aegis. They handed it over.
And Loda makes the right move. Doesn't use the Metamorph for Roshan. Holds onto it.
Yep.
So he'll have it for this high ground.
Here we go.
I think they're going to go not just for bottom. They're going to swing mid after this.
Immediate glitch, jump in from a ride, does catch the stun. Loda is going to be off the under here, but he's getting locked down. And Bruce, big jump in Epi. And there we go. Alliance clean house. 2 immediate buybacks from Team Tinker, but the racks are already gone. What a jump in coming out from the Sand King. My nuts.
Yeah. It was a cool idea from Tinker. The plan was, let's kill Loda because he didn't take the Aegis, and they were going to do so by silencing Aki. They silenced Aki, didn't even attack Aki, because the swap was just one thing that was to save Loda there. So it was a nice little attempt on Loda's life, but just too tanky with discarding how to Trask.
Now on mid lane, the rack's about to drop another burrow, and Tinker has had enough. They throw in the towel, and we're going to a game number 3, guys. Alliance make quick work of Tinker in game number 2.
Yep.
We'll need
the
to
Meepo pick just not really working out. At the end of the day, the kills on the center early on, like Center did well in the top lane, but the supports managed to just swing mid, pretty straightforward, just smoke gank, flank the Meepo, kill him, and there was no protection for the Meepo. They didn't have a support who could really sit behind him like an Earthshaker or any kind of high DPS hero that could go for counter kills, so it was just really easy for Alliance to just win that mid lane.
Yep, and it looks good. Once again, they withstand the early onslaught. They go off, and Loda, man, his Terrorblade, obviously MVP for this one. He's got 842 GPM for that, and makes easy work of the Tinker base. Game number 3, gonna be coming up momentarily. I'm excited, man. This is just